Well, I thought we started the game really, really well, and we're playing very well. And I think midway through the first quarter, we went for a long stretch where we didn't score, and they're able to exploit that the other way in transition, and that really, now we're playing from behind for the majority of the game. But again, I think it was a 9-point game with like 7 minutes to go. So, similar situation. We're right there, and obviously they're a really, really good team. And at that moment, I think we missed something at the rim, and they hit a couple threes, and all of a sudden the lead bumps back up. But we just got to continue to play together, and I think we've touched some things that we need to continue to do, and just do it for longer.
How difficult is it when you do make 16 threes in a game like this, but it's and defensively, like, you're forcing them into some tough shots, but they're just hitting those shots? Like, does that get disheartening to some of the guys in the locker room at all?
I think our focus is kind of take the shots we get, and the way that they're shifted, if those shots are open, we want to take them. I still feel like when we've turned them down and, we get into traffic, the result isn't as good. So, obviously Tatum, it's hard to guard. Get to points where we, hit him on the pass, hit him on the dribble, and then you're in rotations, and they've got some other guys out there that can shoot the ball too. So we just got to keep grinding. It's you hear people say it all the time. That's why it's a series. We lost 2 at Boston. Now we're going home, and we've got to learn from tonight's game and be better.
Hey Quinn, the game was tied when Malcolm Brogdon hit that buzzer beater. Could you talk about the impact of that shot?
Yeah, that's tough. Sometimes those things when they go into halftime, can deflate you a little bit. But I think more than anything, I really felt like we were playing really good basketball, and kind of lost a little bit. And then, that shot obviously was impactful. But we had 2 more quarters to play too. So, we needed to put that behind us, and I think we did.
What have you seen from Marcus Smart so far this series?
Well, I said last year, he had my vote for Defensive Player of the Year. I've known Marcus since he was in college, not really well, but just respected him and his leadership and, all the things that he does on the floor. So, obviously, he's an elite defender. And I think his ability to communicate really is what makes him even better. But he's on the other team right now, so we got to do a good job attacking him, and moving him around, and we got to do better.
In the second half, it seemed like you guys kind of turned up the physicality, particularly in the fourth quarter, but it seemed like you guys played a little bit more physically. How do you kind of challenge that into games 3 and 4?
Yeah, I think when Tatum got going, we had to be more aggressive. The game dictated that, and sometimes, that puts you into a mindset. But I thought the same thing offensively. We started attacking, and then when they collapsed, we moved it too. And that's something that we're still kind of trying to find and make a habit out of.
Quinn, you talked a little bit about mental toughness over the past couple of days, and you guys did out-rebound them, had more second-chance points. Are you pleased with that?
Yeah, there's always in a game, regardless of the result, there's things that that you like, and frankly you just like to see more of, and that was something that obviously can help us, but we've got to do other things as well.
Quinn, there was a sequence in the first half where you guys were turning the ball over a lot. I think Trae had a few. What are you seeing from your team in those instances? And then also as a follow-up, can you just sort of give us your evaluation of Trae's play in the first 2 games of the series?
Yeah, well, I think the situations that we found ourselves in as a group, and Trae's going to be in them because, he's handling the ball. DJ was in them as well. Bogey was in them. But those guys in situations where teams shrink the floor, just being able to make a read, and sometimes it's a simple play, but it's not as easy to recognize it. And those were the situations I felt when Boston, they're long and they shrink the floor and we're driving and we need to get off it at times, and it's everyone. And Trae's competed. The ball hasn't gone in for him the way that it can and will. And I think, he's no different than anyone else on our team as far as, us finding, a rhythm together. And we had it tonight at the beginning of the game, and Trae and DJ together I thought were terrific. So we just got to stay after that. And that's why it's a series. And, we'll evaluate the film and see where we can be better. Trae, DJ, all of them. So I know Trae's, he'll be the first one watching the tape on the plane trying to figure out ways where he can play better. And I think we have a lot of guys that are going to do that, and certainly I'm going to do it too.
Derek White seemed to be everywhere tonight. How would you describe his impact so far?
Yeah, he's playing great basketball, and he's opportunistic in some of the things that he does. But he also, he stands alone. He's assertive. He's going, getting in the lane and, making, attacking the rim. He's made big threes off the dribble too, which are hard to guard when you're, when he's big at 6'5". So he's played very well. And, there's a lot of guys that have played well, and we've got another game coming up at home, so we're going to get ready for it. Okay.
Trey, just your overall thoughts tonight. Anything in particular you'd like to bring up?
They won, we lost. We got to be better.
In terms of the officiating, just your thoughts. Do you guys feel like it was fair?
You trying to get me fined?
No.
Nah, it was good. It was good officiating. It was all right.
Thank you.
Could you just evaluate what you think your play has been through the first two games of this series?
I can be better. I didn't shoot the ball really well. I didn't have some turnovers where I was just driving and left my hands, but I'm going to be better at home.
Trey, looking forward to that game at home. How much are the fans, that home court advantage, hopefully going to bring it out of you guys?
I mean, just any team playing at home, usually you get an extra boost, and I'm looking forward to getting back home and getting some rest and playing in front of our fans. It's been a minute since we have, so I'm looking forward to getting back and getting back home and playing there.
Anyone else? Jeff?
I'm just wondering, I know each year is individual, but did any part of you coming into this playoff sort of want to make amends for what happened in the playoffs last year with your play, and because of that, has it been disappointing to you that you haven't been able to shoot the ball better?
Yes and no. Obviously, last 2 years, we've played number 1 seed, number 2 seed, and obviously everybody knows the defenses are key towards me, and it's up to me to make the right decision, right reads, and throughout the games today, I think I did in the first quarter early on, and then kind of late in that first quarter, kind of lost the ball a couple of times and had a few turnovers, and it kind of got out of sorts. And I didn't play my best today, and I know I will going forward. I'm not worried.
Thank you.
Easy.
Dejounte, when you were able to get the run going that you did there in the third quarter, what kind of changed for you in the offense when you were able to make up a little bit of ground there?
Just playing basketball, taking what the defense give me. Obviously, making shots, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it looks like one of the most difficult defenses you can go against is one that switches like Boston. Through 2 games, are you kind of getting a little bit more of a feel for it? And just what are some ways you're trying to counter it?
Stay aggressive, but in the right way, and that's not always for yourself. trying to make sure my teammates is involved. So, that playing together, saying, so trying to stay aggressive, but it's not always for you.
It looked like after a few of your shots, you had some words for the Celtics bench. Sort of what led to that, and what was your message?
Nothing there. Just competing. Know a bunch of guys over there, and that's it. And that's all. Nothing big.
You talked the other day about trying to get some other guys involved in the offense. I'm just curious, when you're looking on the court, what you're seeing from the Celtics defense there, and also in particular how they're defending Trae in these first 2 games. I
mean, it's a great team over there. It's the, Eastern, Conference champions from last year. They took upon themselves this year to, stay together, and, it speaks for itself. A well-coached team, and you can't make too many mistakes on them. And, obviously they're guarding how they're guarding. At the end of the day, you make adjustments. You come out ready to play, and, we believe in each other. You make or miss shots, whatever. You just control what you can control, and I think that's just us taking care of the ball and, playing better on defense.
Dejounte, you're talking about adjustments. Can you just talk about the points in the paint differential and what adjustments you guys think you could make there?
I mean, they got a bunch of great players over there, but at the end of the day, I got to still go watch film, go through a practice, figure out what we did today, and we'll go from there. But I'm pretty sure we'll, try to figure it out. They took care of business here at home, and that's the great thing about the playoffs. We get to go home and take care of business.
Thank you.
Speaking of going home and taking care of business, just how excited are you to be back in Atlanta on your home court in front of your home fans?
I can't wait. Obviously we feel, too short here. It's not the end of the world. That's why it's a series and not a game. So, I'm excited because this is my first time, getting to play in front of Atlanta. I just want to go out and compete at a high level and, try to get that push from them to help us out as well, and just go from there.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can be proud the way we started, and they're a pretty good team, another lesson for us, but we get to go back home right now for next 2 games and hopefully in front of our arena, be better in, executions and some defensive possessions.
On terms of the defensive side, like when a team's making 15 threes like they are, but also getting 60 points in the paint, like how difficult is it to kind of choose whether you're defending the perimeter or kind of, compacting into the paint?
I mean, this is playoffs time, and every possessions matter. You cannot have like turnovers and bad shots and bad looks, and can't do it in playoffs, the teams are going to punish you, and they're, as I said, they're a pretty good team, but we got to find their holes, to go through that.
How do you guys as a team find that patience to kind of look for those right shots instead of maybe rushing things that may lead into some of those turnovers?
Watch the tape, go over it, talk about it, what we see, how they're defending us. I could see they had a little adjustments, compared to the first game, and just, play through their adjustments, and get used to that. There is certain stuff they are not giving to us, and we just got to play through that.
Looking towards Friday's game, Bogey, how much are you looking forward to just being on your home court and having your home fans' home court advantage?
Yeah, it's going to be different. This is tough place to play. They have a home crowd, and we're going to have it back home. So hopefully, we're going to have our fans, in a big numbers, and they always been showing us support since I've been here, and it's not even a question. I think it's going to be nice.
For you, 4 of 7 from 3. Just what clicked for you tonight?
I saw how they were guarding me first game, and I was watching the tape, and where I can find the gaps, they were switching, and they were high up the screens, and they were not leaving me like They were not helping off of me, so I had to move a little bit more. He had to find that rhythm, and nothing. On to the next game.
Thank you.